And I mean, I'm not all the way together. I'm not actually together at all, but you know, I've turned 25, so we're just here. Like, hello everyone. How has everybody been? How are you guys doing? What's been going on with your life? How's, you know, the world been treating you? First off, I want to start off by saying, if I'm talking funny, it's because I am. I had a dental procedure done, and so basically, like, my saliva just keeps accumulating in my mouth, and I can't. Basically, what I got done was, like, you know that little piece of skin that connects, like, your lip and your gums or whatever? I basically had to get that, like, stitched up. So, like, right now, it's like this part of my lip is, like, stitched to my gums right now. So I can't really, like, I don't have full mobility of my mouth at the current moment, but I kind of do at the same time. So if I laugh and I'm like, ha ha ha, ha, like laughing like, if I laugh like a ventriloquist dummy or something, that's why. It's because I've had that going on. I don't think it affects the way that I talk very much, but now that I'm on camera, I'm like, ooh, I kind of can see myself and how I'm like talking kind of funny. So I just wanted to start off by there. It's because I had a dental thing done. So sorry if that pisses you off or gets annoying, but we're just gonna jump straight right into it because we got so much to talk about, so many things to, you know, discuss, and just everything in general, where I've been, what I'm doing, where I'm going, and just everything like that. So let's get into it, right? So as I'm recording this, today is my 25th birthday. Virgo season is upon us. Tell your Virgo that you love them, because girl, we get treated crazy, dude. Like, I swear, because I don't know if y'all watch Justin Marcus. I live for him, but me and him are like very, very similar. And it's so funny because I'm like, I don't think me and him could be friends. Like, I don't think we could be like besties because we are way too similar, but we just think alike. And I don't care what anybody says, Virgos are so real. We're so real, and we're just too much. Everything is too based off of principles. Things, we feel things too deeply, but we come off cold. I know. So just tell your Virgo friends you appreciate them, you love them, because we need extra TLC because the world treats us bad. Anyway, so yes, it is my 25th freaking birthday today, and that's kind of what like sparked me to make this video, because I was gonna wait until my dental stuff got taken care of, because the doctor lied, like, or the dentist. He literally, like, I was like, hey, is there gonna be like downtime or anything? Because they told me I had to get like this thing done. It was just a whole mess. Anyway, so I asked him, I was like, oh, like, is there any downtime or whatever? And he's over here like, no, the only thing that I don't recommend is for you, like, don't eat an apple. But other than that, you'll eat just fine. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna be a little cut. And I'm just like, yeah, psych. This shit hurts. And this is like my 4th day since I got it done. And it's not as sensitive. Like, I can move my mouth a little bit, but like I said, I've learned how to kind of like not, you don't realize how much stuff is connected within your body. Like, when my nail got ripped off, I don't know if I told y'all that, but when my nail got ripped off, it was completely ripped out. Moving my thumb would make my finger hurt. And it's the same thing with this. Like, certain movements that you make in your face, like if you squint your eyes too hard, or like you do certain things with your face, like, it hurts. And he downplayed it so bad. I'm not even doing my makeup. What's new? He downplayed it so bad, making it seem like, oh, it's just a little cut, like, you'll be fine. It's, you know, really easy recovery in your mouth. You know, your mouth heals really fast, which, I mean, fair, but this is not as, like, low-key as you try to make it seem, sir. Like, I've been out of commission. Yeah, I turned 25 today. And I have just been kind of, going through the motions of everything. I feel like how when people say, like, when you turn 25, things just start getting clearer and like you just start thinking differently and you have like this maturity to you. And not for nothing, I've been feeling it. I've been feeling that, like, sense. I don't know how to, like, because I know it's gonna sound stupid, but it is kind of just like, you know what, like, things are happening, but certain things are just not a big deal. Certain things are just not, like, you know what I mean? And not for nothing, y'all, I know I be coming on here every other day telling y'all, like, I'm going through it. What's new, bitch? I'm going through it. But I really have kind of been leaning into it. Like, maybe it's because I'm turning 25. Maybe the brain finally, like, the nerve endings and everything, like, started connecting. So, like, now I just think of things differently or clearly. I don't know. But I'm just like, you know what? Let me just take it. I cannot control anything. And I feel like a lot of my 20s, like my early 20s, have just been hit after hit. And I think, like, now that I'm, you would think I'm on shrooms or something. But I think now I'm starting to figure out, like, you can't control it and none of this matters. As, like, as bad as it is, y'all, like, it's just been crazy. I don't know how to explain it because I was in such a, like, woe is me mindset for, like, this whole year, honestly, and last year, kind of, because I'm just like, what the hell? I can't catch a break. I don't know. I literally told my sister, I called my sister crying. I called my sister crying one day, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know what I did, and I don't know who I did it to, but, like, I cannot keep doing this. Like, every day is something different. And, like, you can kind of have, like, two kind of mentalities with it. It's like things are happening to you, things are just happening, and I really just come to terms that, like, yeah, everybody's going through their own thing. Everybody's life is hard. Life is just freaking hard. Like, I don't think anything prepares you for how difficult life is, and especially the era that we're living in too. But, you just gotta roll with the punches. And I think I spent a lot of time trying to figure out why things were happening to me, rather than just, like, it doesn't really matter why it's happening. It's happening. So get with it or get lost. Like, you're just gonna spend so much more time and energy just, like, wondering the why and the what if, which is really funny because, like, I'm usually not that type of way with, like, people. I'm just like, whatever. It happened. It is what it is. But, like, in certain situations when I feel like I, like, literally didn't do anything wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm Virgo, where I'm like, I did not do anything. Like, why is this happening? You just kind of have to roll with it. And that's really what I've been doing. So during this time, I've just been handling my business, y'all. Like, I am finally free from the shackles of my freaking call center job. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, I was a call center representative for a cell phone company. And if that tells you anything at all, you can sympathize. I think that's another thing too. I think working at that job was literally I don't want to say reality check, because I didn't really get a reality check. It was just more so the exposure of the people that live among us. And that was just an experience in and of itself. I told y'all, I am not above a job, okay? the bills got to be paid. So I first and foremost, I want to say I was bamboozled into that job because I did not know that it was the way that they made the job seem. It was not call center rep. Like, the job title was not even that, okay? It wasn't until you went through the whole training and I was like, wait a second, this is what I'm going to be doing? But then I'm like, I'm already here, whatever. At the time, they started you, the starting hourly rate was $20 an hour. So I was like, yeah. And then they ended up raising it. So, you know, you got paid pretty good money just to be taking some phone calls. So I was like, whatever. It is not whatever. And yeah, let me just tell y'all something. Be nice to the people that are on those phones. Cause boy, oh boy, will I tell you, we can really help you out, or we could really mess up things even worse. So be nice to the people on the phones. Like, oh my God. So I'm out of that job. I'm free of it. They laid all of us off, which is a thing. Every company is doing it. They're outsourcing out of the United States to be, you know, cheap. So because of that, all of us got laid off. It is what it is. Who cares? I'm on to the next thing. And I'm really, I feel like I'm stepping into my soft girl era, kind of, in a way, where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to prioritize me. Like, wake up, do my hair, do my makeup, you know, do stuff like that, like, I'm trying to get into. I'm gonna start getting into, like, not a yoga routine, but like definitely stretching, because oh my God, I remember I saw a meme when I was in high school where it was like after 20 or something like that, your body just starts to hurt. And I'm like, yo, that's me, man. My body stays hurting. Like, my back hurts and stuff all the freaking time. And I think obviously it was because I was sitting at a computer and a desk all day long. And, you know, you don't really do much. And I'm also, it's all my fault, to be honest, because even in high school when I was playing sports, I never used to stretch, like, ever. I hate stretching. I just find, like, let's play the game. So I know, like, which my boyfriend, he's such a big stickler on stretching. He's like one of those. He's one of those where it's just like, okay, is this necessary? Like, he will be putting like his foot on the table and stretching out. And like my boyfriend is like a really big guy. So it's like, you're too big to be. You are way too big to be throwing your weight around like But he like unapologetically, like, he will stretch wherever he needs to stretch. And I should probably take note of that, because that's probably why my body just be hurting all the time. But I'm going to Nashville to visit my sisters, and my oldest sister, she's like really, it's so funny because she's not holistic, but like low-key holistic. But you know, she's very Christian. So she doesn't believe in like holistic stuff in a way. If you get what I mean, you get what I mean. You know how like Christians are very like, no, like, you know, kind of thing. So she, but she goes to the chiropractor, and she set up an appointment for me to go to her chiropractor because she really thinks that it'll be beneficial for me. And I was always afraid of going to the chiropractor because, you know, a lot of people say that they're not real doctors, and like, you know, people get messed up, but like, I don't want them to crack my neck or nothing, but you can definitely, like, I don't care. Do whatever you want to my back. At this point, like, my back hurts all the freaking time. Like, oh my God. I feel like an old lady. And y'all, I'm getting a hunchback, which I kind of blame these buns, because when you're driving, you know, when you're driving, like, your neck, because you have the bun going on, like, your neck is like this. So I'm gonna start a stretching routine because I really need to get this hunchback taken care of. Like, nobody needs a 25-year-old hunchback girl. So that's basically like what's been going on. Oh, I was going off about like my soft girl era. So yeah, I think I'm really stepping into my soft girl era. I'm really looking forward to just, you know, taking this new chapter in my life and kind of just going from there, seeing where the world takes me. And just kind of been doing that. That's another reason I kind of low-key took a social media break, kind of. Not only just because I had like so many things going on, but I was just tired all the time. Like, I was really trying to wrap up the last of my job and get all that taken care of, make sure all those ducks were in a row, because I'm gonna be losing my healthcare benefits, which that was this whole thing, y'all. I felt a lump in my boob, and of course I would feel the lump when I'm about to get laid off. So my my health insurance, like, I'm not gonna have health insurance. So I literally had to find a doctor that would check it out. Girl, America sucks. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Let me tell y'all. So I found a lump in my boob, and obviously not a good sign, not fun. And my aunt actually had breast cancer, and so it's really not like my maternal aunt. So that's like not really something you want to play with, obviously. And so I went and got it checked out. So I had to go. That's a whole other thing. You have to be referred. It's like a whole ordeal just to get this checked out. So I had to go to my gynecologist. I had to get a wellness check. She referred me to get an ultrasound. Why was the ultrasound $450 with insurance? I had to pay that out of pocket. I have insurance. I have health insurance. So, okay, cool. I went to get the ultrasound done. The doctor and the tech there were like, we see multiple lumps. They're basically like, that's normal. You have like 5 cysts, whatever. Like, I don't know the technical term. I probably should know the technical term. But she basically told me that they don't think that it's cancerous because I have multiple of them, but because I feel it, they have to do a biopsy. All right, cool. So I go, after the appointment, they take you to a room to schedule the biopsy or whatever. And the lady told me that we'll schedule it, and then they have to like do something with the insurance or whatever. And then they would let me know how much it would be covered. I paid $450 to get the ultrasound. That lady's gonna sit here and call me and tell me the biopsy, the insurance doesn't cover the biopsy because of my deductible. So I would have to come out of pocket another $950 on top of the $450 I literally just paid. Mind you, I have this whole dental thing going on. Who is paying all of that after, by the way, I get like my health insurance taken out of my paycheck? So like, I'm already cutting costs on my paycheck. I already had to pay $450. Now you want another $900 to verify? I was like, girl, cancel it. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not like, my mom literally, like, when I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, I'll wait. I'm not. They already told me that they don't think it's cancerous. They already told me that it was normal, that they just need to do the biopsy to make sure of it. When I get the money, girl, then fine, I'll do it. But no, I'm not doing it. Sorry, y'all. My boyfriend just got home and he was being so loud and he had attitude with me before he left. I didn't even know he was going somewhere. but he got a little attitude with me. And so now he's like lingering around. It's like, boy, go to the room, please. But anyway, so I let them know because like the lady told me the quote or whatever. And so I immediately canceled the appointment. I was like, yeah, you can cancel that or whatever. Because like, and they were like, oh, okay, right. So this is what I don't understand. I have insurance. Cool. I have to pay out of pocket all this cost, all this stuff. I'm sorry, I don't have like another $900 to just, you know, give you right now. Like, I have a lot of things going on, like, that I'm paying for, let alone I'm about to lose my job. Like, income is cut, okay? So, no, I'm so sorry. They shouldn't have told me. They should not have told me that it wasn't cancerous, and they don't think that it's cancerous, because that's exactly why I did not do it. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, no. It's just gonna have to stay where it's at. So I have to do that, right? They take me to another room to schedule the appointment. Then they give you a call letting you know how much it's gonna cost, and basically like all the stuff that you need or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and cancel it or whatever. And then she was like, okay, well, I have to transfer you to somebody else to cancel the appointment. So they transferred me. The lady didn't answer, so I had to leave a message. And mind you, this was like a Friday and the appointment was on Monday. Then these people are gonna sit here and tell me, even though I called during working hours, I did everything that I was supposed to do, I was just canceling it after they told me the price. Like, what? No. So then the guy on the phone, I like called again and I was like, hey, I got transferred. It took me to her voicemail. I left a message and everything. And he was like, okay, I'll go ahead and notate your file so that way you don't get any penalties for canceling same day. Because I didn't say that. She doesn't come in until Monday morning, which was when I had the biopsy scheduled or whatever, because they make you schedule it before you leave. So, like, I didn't even know how much it cost before they scheduled the appointment. So I was like, yeah, let me just do it as soon as possible. Psych, no. So I'm just like, penalties for what? Like, I'm calling in advance, canceling it. Like, just because she's not here doesn't mean anything. Whatever. So then, cool. They called me that Monday morning and they asked me like, oh, did you want to cancel it for real or whatever? And I was like, yes, I'm not going to do it or whatever. Then she was like, okay, no problem. They canceled it. Cool. Perfect. Like, whatever. Live my life. So now, I don't know if I've ever like opened up about this. Not opened up because there's not really anything to open up about. But basically, I was born without thyroid. And so, and that's ever since I was born. Ever since I was born, I've always had to go to an endocrinologist. I have to take medicine every single day because, like, for the hormones that I don't naturally produce. Okay? This comes full circle, by the way. So, I've always, since I was born, I've always been on medication. I have to see my endocrinologist. Obviously, now that I'm older, it's, like, controlled. I'm 25 now. So, like, I only see an endocrinologist once a year, and I really only need to see them so that they can keep authorizing my prescription, which is a whole other issue. They're over here acting like I'm taking Percocets. It's so whatever. So, I'm losing my health insurance. So, like, mind you, all this stuff is going on, and I'm losing my health insurance. So, I have to find another health insurance. Whoa. Without an employer, it's very, very expensive. So, like, my whole life, I had my dad. He was in the military, so the military paid for your health insurance. Not good, but they paid for it. So, I didn't really have these issues. Then, I got this job. I was like, all right, cool. Like, it was really good health insurance because the health insurance through the military is not very good, and they kick you off if you're not a student. And I think you have until you're 26, but I was just going through a lot with that. So when I got this job, I was like, I might as well just go ahead and go with this insurance. So with that insurance, it was pretty good for the most part. Like, for like urgent care, prescription, stuff like that, it was like pretty good. So trying to find health insurance privately, like individually, it's insane. So I got denied health insurance, which my dad said under Obama, you can't be denied health insurance. I'm not even doing my makeup. What is new? Under Obama, he changed it so you can't be denied health insurance, which is crazy that that's even a thing. But I was denied the first time because I'm considered having pre-existing conditions, like a pre-existing issue. Even though it's 100% controlled, even though I only go to the endocrinologist once a year, and I end up paying, no insurance I've ever had covers my medicine. Like, I always ended up having to pay out of pocket for my medicine, which, I mean, it's like $49, which I can't take the generic brand because everybody's like, just go on GoodRx, just do this. I can't take the generic brand. I have to take the brand name of the medicine, which I take Synthroid. It's really not that serious. I take Synthroid. And so I can't take the generic brand of the medicine. I have to take Synthroid. So because of that, the quote that he gave me, the stuff that he gave me was like cheaper, but I got denied that. So he had to get me another plan. I'm working like with a private rep or whatever, which he was really good. So whatever, I finally get health insurance, but it doesn't start until the end of September. And so then the people called me about the biopsy and they were like, hey, I was just calling to confirm that you canceled the appointment. And I'm required to ask you, was there any particular reason that you decided not to go through with the procedure? And she was like, did it have to do with the price? And I was like, yes, it has to do with the price. Because mind you, okay, right? Their little payment plan thing, the lady told me over the phone, she was like, yeah, we do offer like installment payments. You have to pay 60% of that first, and then you could pay the other half like in installments. I'm like, lady, like, no, I can't do that right now. Because mind you, I still didn't know how much my dental stuff was going to be, which I scheduled literally because you have to do it like, they had to wait for my insurance. My dental insurance was taking forever. This is all about insurance. I'm sorry, but this is just real life. So my dental insurance was taking forever to respond to the dentist. So that was like, y'all, I'm getting a double chin. That's another reason I need to go into the gym. Which I've actually lost weight, but I noticed that a lot. Like with people my age, like, once you turn like 23, you get this thing going on. We need to, and I be doing that thing, but, ooh, girl, get this together. But the dental stuff, I literally, because this is a 2-part procedure, the second part of the procedure is literally the day that I no longer have dental insurance. So I'm like, you know what? Thank God. Thank Jesus. Because that was what I was saying. Like, I still didn't know how much this was going to cost. So I do have dental insurance, but like, I didn't know what I was going to have to end up paying out of pocket for that. So it's like, on top of everything else that I had a crack in my windshield. Everybody was on to me about that because, look, my family says that I'm ratchet. I don't think I am. I think I'm just a realist. And look, cars are to take you from point A to point B. 99.9% of the time, people don't even know what car you drive. So I had an incident where I had an incident with my door where my door was messed up, and I wasn't gonna pay to get it fixed because it was like $1,600, and my mom was like, no, you have to get it fixed. And I'm like, whatever. So she paid for it. So cool, thanks, Mom. I wasn't gonna fix it because honestly and truly, I just don't care. Like, so the crack in my windshield, it was too big for you to get like Safe Light to come out and like fix it. I had to get the whole windshield repaired. So like, no, like, I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. So I was riding around with a cracked windshield, and I kept telling everybody, like literally my parents, my boyfriend, everybody was like, you need to get that fixed, you need to get that fixed. And I'm like, I'm not justifying paying almost $800 for a windshield replacement, or even $500, because he found like a few people to do it for like $500, $400, stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't have the extra money to just be, no, like, especially for a cracked windshield. And everybody's like, oh, it's gonna get bigger, and it will, and it is. And what about it? Okay, unless that thing has spider webs, I'm not, unless it looks like somebody took a baseball to my freaking windshield, I don't care. Like, I'm not replacing it. And they just kept, and that's the same thing with my car. Like, the door could open, it was fine. I don't care about cosmetics when it comes to cars. Like, I'm not here, I drive a Honda Accord, okay? Like, I'm really not here to impress nobody. And I love my Honda Accord, first of all. And my Civic was everything. May she rest in peace. But like, that's just where I am, you know what I mean? And then it just seemed like everything was like, and it was literally nothing was just like $50. Everything had to be at least $200. $200 here, $400 there, $600 here. And I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, this is too, oh, that was another thing. My dog had to go to the vet. That was another $450. So, you know, like, y'all, I said all that because I was really out here fighting for my life, trying to get myself together. And I mean, I'm not all the way together. I'm not actually together at all. But, you know, I turned 25. So we're just here. Like, nothing is, nothing is taken care of, I guess, for the most part. It's all kind of the same it was like a month ago, but we're gonna keep on keeping on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny to me now because it's just like the same way shit was just popping off for me. It's popping off for everybody. And I think that's where like my mindset shift has changed a little bit, because it's just kind of like, you know what, not that, like, I don't know, I guess you don't really want to tell yourself like, oh, you have a victim mentality. Like, nobody wants to tell themselves that they have like a victim mentality, or that they're a follower, or, you know, stuff like that. You don't ever want to like tell yourself that. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, girl, like, you can sit in it, you can be sad, you can complain about it, you can rant about it, which is fair, but it just is what it is. We're all going through shit. Like, we're all, you know, life is happening for everybody. And although it's like a lot for you and a lot for you to handle, it's not exclusive. So I think that's just kind of like, I took the time to really just get myself together mentally and just be like, okay, so you're going through a lot. You can't change it. We can work through it. Because really, like, I think that's where like my whole mind shit is coming from, where it's like, you can't plan for things. You can't plan for things. You can't change things. You can't control things. The only thing you can do is work through it. So it's like, I think about it as like a really sucky shift that you have at like a job, where it's like, you can go to work. I mean, you got to go there anyway. So you can either go to work with a bad attitude, or you can go to work and, you know, make the most of it. So that's kind of just what I'm doing right now, where it's like, you know what? I don't really know where my life is going. I don't really know what I got going on, how I'm going to get through it, how it's going to resolve itself. But we're here. So I'm just enjoying this time. Like, I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to be up at the butt crack of dawn listening to people complain about things that is not new. Jesus, I might as well, like, I was thinking about it, but I don't know how I can go about doing that, about like confessions of a call center rep, because geez Louise, the people that you encounter in that job and the things you have to hear and deal with. So I've just been really happy. Not happy. Well, yeah, I've been happy. But I've just been, you know, really taking the time now that I don't have to wake up early, you know, really just putting into like, I have my office space because I kind of have like an idea of what I'm doing next, like my next venture, because you know we are pivoting over here. So like I bought a dry erase board. I like did my office real cute, like, and I'm still gonna add like a little bit of stuff, like a balling on a budget, going to Goodwill, getting some like cute decor items to just really get myself in a headspace where it's like, okay, like, okay, we're here, we're fixing it, like, yeah. So I don't know, guys, maybe all your problems are just gonna go away once you turn 25. So if you're 24, just hold out. And you know, they say this happens all the time. Like, people are saying that like when they turn 30, like everything just started making sense and everything started coming together, and then when they turn 40, their life, you know, turned magical. So I'm just looking forward, and not for nothing, I used to be like annoyed because people in high school, as I roll my eyes, people in high school, whenever like they would like celebrate their birthday, they'd be like, blessed to see 16 and blessed to see like the next age. And it's like, dude, what are you on? Like, it's kind of normal, it's kind of average, you know, where the area we're in, that, you know, we make it. It's kind of like the same thing where people were like making a big deal that they graduated high school, as if like you have two parents in a upper middle class area. It's kind of obvious that you were going to graduate high school. Like, I think it would be the minority that you didn't graduate high school. Like, stop. Like, we don't live in that kind of area. We don't have the odds against us. Like, stop it. So I would think about that when people would be like that, when they would turn like 17 and 16 and they'd make it a big deal. But like, now I really understand that, like, yeah, getting older and like, you know, celebrating another year is it is a blessing, because people are not making it. Like, it's sad. It is so sad how like life is not guaranteed, tomorrow's not guaranteed, and we truly have to live, laugh, love under these conditions, because not everybody makes it. And that's why I just keep telling myself, I don't know who I am these days. Like, I really like positivity train. What? Like, and don't get me wrong, I am still, you know, I'm still a work in progress. To the bitch that wanted to call me miserable in my DMs. That's one thing too. I wasn't even gonna say it, like, because I just find it funny. Like, I was in the thick. To be real, she literally, okay, some bitch, because that's what she is. I don't care. Like, she messaged me, she DM'd me. This is my first ever hate DM. This girl messaged me talking about some, oh, you're miserable, and that's why the things that happen to you, or it's something like that. And I'm just like, when I saw that, I was literally in the waiting room for the like for the ultrasound of my boob, and I'm just like, that is so crazy. Like, people, you don't know anything about me, you like, and like, obviously you don't know that I'm here, but it's like, wow, you felt the need to like tell somebody that, like, out of nowhere. And it's just crazy, because like, little do you know, like, I'm literally, I don't have to explain that, but like, little do you know, I'm on my own like journey of like learning positivity and really trying to work on myself, and like really making the changes to like improve myself and like improve my attitude and my outlook on life. And you felt emboldened. The nerve to tell somebody that they're miserable with their life, like they're a miserable person, but you're the one messaging them. You don't even know them. Weird. And I told her she was a fucking weirdo. She is. Like, girl, please. That's what I'm saying. Like, I am, you know, I'm still myself. I'm still, you know, a work in progress. But I think it's just, you know, call it getting older, call it maturity. Just, I don't know. Maybe I found something in myself, but I have really been on a new wave. So that's just kind of where I've been, what I've been on, what's been going on with me. And at the end of the day too, like, I know I can come off very negative and very, you know, what did my homegirl say? Because me and my homegirl, we were talking, she was like, would you consider yourself an optimist or a pessimist? And I was like, what does that mean? And she was like, somebody that sees the good in everything or sees the bad in everything. And I was like, oh, girl, I'm a pessimist. I see the bad. Like, and, you know, we had like that whole conversation and stuff like that. And so it's like, even though I will say that, you know, yes, I can be very negative. I can't, you know, I'm not Little Miss Sunshine all day, every day. I do think that there is like something refreshing about somebody not always being okay and not always being positive and happy and joyful all the time. Because I feel like sometimes I feel like it's a little bit more relatable to be a little bit more negative, because you're not just going with the whole like everything is perfect, everything is great, my life is grand. Like, when we all know everybody's going through something and like we just don't see it, it's all behind closed doors. And so like, I do feel like that's the angle that I come at it. I don't try to be like overly negative or just overly, you know, complaining or ranty or whatever. I just feel like sometimes it's more relatable. What did I just do to my eyelash? Why does this look like this? So I get it. I know that, like, I know how I can come across sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's truly for y'all to like not feel alone. Like, and me too, because sometimes I be saying this stuff and then people are like in the comments like, no, I'm going through the same exact thing. I feel you. Like, I'm going through the same issues and stuff. So it's just nice to have a sense of like community where it's like, oh, okay, so I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not the only one going through this stuff. I'm not the only one, you know, having issues. And I think that's the angle that I try to come at it, and it can come across just like overly negative and like there's always something wrong with this bitch, or like she never has anything good to say. So I get where people get that from, but I just find it funny. Like, even in my worst moments, even in my like the darkest, worst of the worst, I have never felt compelled to DM somebody that. And it's just funny because it's like, those are the people that really, like, they put themselves on a high horse. Like, you're not miserable, but I am. Last time I checked, I didn't DM nobody nothing. I've been minding my business, actually, because I know I'm not a good time right now. So it's just funny. Like, and that, like, I don't want to say that obviously it bothered me, but not in the way, like, I don't give a fuck that you said I'm miserable. Like, obviously you don't know me, but it's more so like, wow, people really don't know what other people are going through. And it's like, how do you not know that was not my 13th reason? Like, you know what I mean? I was literally in the hospital waiting to get my boob ultrasound because I didn't know if this lump was something serious or not. And like, that's the DM that I saw, like, beforehand. You know, I don't know. Be a good person. I guess I said all that to say, like, be a good person. And I am excited to share this new chapter in my life with y'all, because it's definitely going to be different than anything I've ever done before. I'm grown now, so let's enjoy the ride together, friends. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope whatever you guys are going through is going well. And if it's not, let's work through it together, girl, because you're not by yourself. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.